Marco Forgione is Director General of the Chartered Institute of Export and International Trade. Great to have you on the programme. Now, we've seen the impact that these tariffs are having on oil, on the oil price. So why are investors so rattled?
Well, it's having an impact not just on the indicator of oil, but you've seen what's happened with gold and with silver spiking dramatically. There's a real concern globally as to, and now what next? You know, the use of trade as a geopolitical weapon, we're getting used to. President Trump, from virtually day one, has decided to deploy trade to advance the America First agenda. But this move now is a real supplementary approach, because he's deliberately targeting Iran, but the impact is going to be on the second nation, so China, Turkey, Brazil, India, UAE, who already have issues and have had to go into intensive negotiations with the US. So globally, there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's what's driving the instability and uncertainty with oil price, gold and silver.
As you say, there is this very long list of countries with commercial ties to Iran. And I'm wondering how important you think that these tariffs are targeting those countries, it would seem, in addition to Iran.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely spot on. I think the reality is this is just the next chapter in President Trump's playbook of using trade to deliver not just his America First policy, but his very muscular and very deliberate unpicking of the established global multilateral system. So we can expect not just for this to be pursued in the coming weeks and months, but expect additional actions that will target what he perceives to be, what President Trump perceives to be, trade unfairness with the US. And in that marketplace, in that context, I think the way in which China in particular and India respond will be indicative as to how President Trump then reacts.
It does seem, though, that progress has been made. We've been talking about trade truces on this programme. Are we at risk now of this escalating to a trade war?
Yes, because what we need to understand and appreciate is that for too long, for a very long time, the perception has been that the global multilateral system was a game of logic and negotiation. And in fact, it's not a game of chess. What we're seeing is that President Trump is playing a game of poker with a loaded deck of cards. And so the traditional expectations, traditional approaches are no longer relevant. A trade deal today or an agreement today is very likely to be challenged in a few weeks' time if it suits President Trump and the US's agenda.
Marco Forgione, thank you very much indeed. Great to talk to you.